Yo, what is up, guys? Savage Boy 23 back with another video. Today, I'm going to give you guys my NBA recap and my NBA day-to-day predictions. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what your guys' favorite team is, and tell me what team you think will bring the NBA championship home. Okay? Let's just knock these out really quick, and then let's move on for today, because the basketball is here in a few more hours. But really quick, before we do move into it, I want to say thank you to everybody that is subscribed to me, and whoever is going to be subscribing to me in the future, please and thank you. It means everything. So yeah. Let's get into these recaps, okay? New York Knicks, Orlando Magic. I actually did not tune into this. We had a lot of great games yesterday. I even said it, but I did not tune into this game one bit. Now, I don't know what's going on with New York. New York has been in a funk of them doing really good and then doing bad. Now, I don't want to sit here and say anything like, since Jalen Brunson changed his hairstyle, they've been losing. I know it's only been 2 games, so hopefully they do fix it. We are getting into the All-Star weekend. I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited for that or not. I don't know. I got to see. But I went for the New York Knicks, and of course, I did lose this game. Now, it doesn't mean I'm mad, because we got a long ways to go. But Orlando, they do what they had to do. You see, I had a feeling, I had a just a little dot to go for Orlando. Just a little. And I was like, do I have faith in the New York Knicks? Do I have faith in the Knicks with Jalen Brunson and all the new players? I was like, you know what, let me give them one more shot and see what they do. And they go out here and only put up 100. Now, a lot of people could make a lot of case of saying that the Knicks are not doing so good because of the new players that got picked up. Okay, that's your guys' opinion, and my opinion too, okay? Or maybe, or just maybe, they're losing because, and I know it's not going to be a thing, I know everyone's going to be funny me saying this, I think it's because of Jalen Brunson changed his hairstyle. I know that's not the case, I'm just saying something funny. But the Knicks, they've been going out here losing. I think they lost 2 in a row since the trade deadline, if I'm correct. No, because they won. No, I feel like they've won a game, but I don't know. But other than that, this game here was kind of fun. I wish I did tune into it. I'm not going to sit here and be mad that the Knicks lost, but you know, the Knicks, they win, they lose, they win, and they mostly win. I'm surprised they lost to Orlando, because the Knicks are those types of teams that beat, like, you know, Orlando, Hawks, you know, those kind of teams. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say anything about that. I'm just disappointed that the Knicks went out here and lost. I mean, they put up a good effort. At least they put up 100. At least they didn't go to somewhere like 90 or 87 or 70. They put up 100. Hopefully their next game after the All-Stars, they come back better. I don't know if they have a back-to-back, to be honest, but hey, who knows? We're about to find out. But other than that, this game here was fun. Really fun. I loved it. I wish I tuned into it, but I watched a little bit of the highlights, and yeah. You know, when people have stuff in the background, they don't mainly pay attention to the highlights. They just do something else while they're watching the game. That's what I did. So I watched the highlights, but I was doing something in the background. So, yeah. Let's move on to this game here. The Miami Heat versus 76ers. Now, boy, was this a treat. I tuned into this game. Now, I know people are going to say this game wasn't fun. Philadelphia fans, listen to me. You know I love Philadelphia. You know I talk about Philadelphia every single day. I talk about Philadelphia. I talk about the 76ers. I talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia has some really good sports. But here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and be mad. I went for Miami. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo put those two players put their whole squad on their shoulders for this game. I saw that dunk for Bam Adebayo, and I was like, man, it's over. It's over. Now, I tuned into this game. I tuned into a lot of games yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday was like one of the best days ever for sports. So Tyler Hero, congrats. Bam Adebayo, congrats. I know Bam Adebayo's got to get to the All Stars this upcoming week. So Tyler Hero's going to stay in Miami, I'm guessing. I don't know. But man, this game here was a treat. This game was fun. If anybody did not tune into this game, I recommend watching in the next game. Watch these two play in the next time they play, or watch the highlights, because this game was fun. Tyrese Maxey, he was trying to do everything he can, and Buddy Hield. I mean, man, I'm not gonna lie. There was some unfair calledness in this game that they didn't even count. But other than that, this game here was fun regardless. Regardless if Philly won or if Philly lost. This game here, amazing. I just wish Himmy Buckets played, man. When is this man coming back? I swear, if he comes back after the All-Stars and he gets hurt, I gotta talk to my friend and say change your favorite player, bro, because Himmy Buckets, man, this man keeps going in and out of the starting lineup, man. No, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Himmy Buckets, Bam Adebayo, whatever you want to say. I'm a huge fan of Bam Adebayo, but Himmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler, I'm a huge fan of him. But if he's not back by the All Stars, I think next Thursday or next Friday, I'm gonna tell my friend to change his favorite player, because this dude, he's becoming a great player, but he's getting injuries now. He's getting too old, so he's getting hurt left and right. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to tell my friend to not root for him anymore. I will root for him, and he will root for him, but I got to tell him to change his team, and I got to tell him to change his favorite player, because, man, this guy keeps getting hurt left and right, and you never know when he's in and when he's not in. Other than that, this game here was fun. I loved it. So, yeah. Let's talk about this game here. I did not tune into this game. Didn't look at the highlights. Didn't want to. I'm amazed that the Atlanta Hawks went out here and they got blown out, 122-99. They didn't even reach 100, so keep that in mind. The Charlotte Bobcats, Charlotte Hornets, whatever you want to call them, they went out here physically and they handled business against the Charlotte or the Atlanta Hawks. Ice Trey, Dejounte Murray. This game here, I don't know what happened, man. You see, Hawks should win a team like this. The Hornets are not even a team. They're not even a good team in the NBA to even start off of it. Okay? I'm not gonna sit here and start talking smack on the Hornets, which I want to, but I'm not going to, because end of the day, they're not going nowhere, so you gotta feel for them. Keep it real. Let's keep it real. Alright? We're not gonna talk about that game because I didn't watch the game and I didn't see the highlights. This game here, now, people might ask, did you tune into the game? Did you see the highlights? No, I didn't do any of that. I didn't want to, didn't need to, did not care about it. Because I thought this was going to be a fun game. Everybody thought this was going to be a fun game. But when the score is 68-32, you might as well just turn off your TV or cancel the game at that point. That is a nasty blowout. The Celtics were up by 32 points. Everybody wanted to say, hey, the Brooklyn Nets are back. Hey, Ben Simmons and Mikal Bridges. Hey, they got a superstars now. I want everybody that is a Brooklyn Nets fan to never talk about winning again. Because When you want to lose, call up the Boston Celtics. You got blown out by 32 by the time I looked at it. Now, I don't know if it went higher or lower by then. I just saw 32. What do I say? I'm gonna say this is a team effort, and this is not one by one. This is not by a person. This is by a team effort right here. You got blown out, regardless if you're home or away. It looks like away. It looks like it was in Boston Celtics in Boston, Massachusetts. You got blown out in Boston, Massachusetts. Now, I don't know what to say. I have no words. I'm shocked. I'm literally shocked. I'm surprised you guys even reached 80. I thought you guys would be at least at 40. 50. I did not expect 86. But to go out there and lose by 32 points, you might as well just stop the game at that point. Just give the Celtics a W at that point. Don't even finish it. I didn't see the game. Again, I didn't see the game. I didn't see if they got blown out in the second, third, or fourth. I'm sure it didn't happen in the first. No way. No way. But to go out here and lose by 32 points, you must not even be a team at that point. I wonder what happened in that locker room. I wonder if everybody was literally trying to break their hand on a locker. Because to go out there and lose that kind of many points, to be down by that kind of margin, you might as well just stop the game. I wonder what the announcer said for the Boston Celtics. What did the announcer say for the Brooklyn Nets? Was everybody just shocked? Is everybody at that moment where in the fourth quarter you're at the 2-minute mark and everybody's up? Let's say a team is up by, let's say, 20 points. And everybody just here just saying, oh, at this point, it's just garbage time. Was it like that for the whole game? Now, in no mean necessary, I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan, okay? I'm not going to sit here and be mad. And I'm also not going to sit here and say I'm a Celtics fan, because you guys already know that I'm a Lakers fan. So, that the Brooklyn Nets, the next time they go out and play a game, well, regardless if it's later today or next Thursday, whatever the case may be, I want you to realize this game right here I want you to realize this game in your head and say, we got blown out by the Boston Celtics by 32 points. Okay? Because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're trying to hide this kind of scoreboard. Which I know which truthfully, if they hide anything from me as a fan, I will find it. Okay? Which we all know that they're not hiding it. Like, you guys can see it right now in front of you guys' faces. But I'm saying this loud and clear to everybody, and I'm not going to be happy about this. I'm not going to be saying it's 100%. But if they ever find anything from anybody in the NBA that's a fan, I'm telling you right now, we're surely going to find it. Now, I don't know what happened in this locker room for the Brooklyn Nets. The Boston Celtics were just saying, you know what? Let's just go home. We got the dub. These Brooklyn Nets are easy. They're light work. And that's what they surely did. Now, I don't have anybody. Well, not have anybody. But I'm surely happy that I'm not a Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm surely happy that I'm not a Mikal Bridges, Ben Simmons. I don't talk about them a lot. And here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a huge fan of them. Which, to be honest, I am a fan of them. But again, I'm not going to sit here and say anything about them. Because they already got enough from the Celtics. They got I don't know how to say it. They got destroyed. They got traumatized in this game. Because this is a nasty game from the first to the fourth. I am glad I didn't tune into the game. I'm glad I didn't see the highlight of this game. Brooklyn Nets, all I got to say is get in recovery mode, I guess. But other than that, that's all I can tell you. We are going to move on. This game here was so down bad. All right, let's move on. Now, this was a great game. I did tune into this game. I surely did. I turned it from the first to the fourth. Now, I don't know what happened towards the third quarter for the Chicago Bulls. I did tune into it from the first to the fourth. And Donovan Mitchell, Spider Mitchell, this man had 30 points. I'm guessing 30 points, and he went off. He did what he had to do. DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Caruso, Derek White. I was going to come on here and say something happy about you guys, but I guess I can't now. You lost by 3 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, you might ask, what was the best game of yesterday? And it is really going to hurt me, but again, it is sports, and I love it. I am going to say this game right here. Regardless if the Bulls lost or not, this was still a fun game. Watching DeMar DeRozan and Spider Mitchell going off in this game. Now, Vucevic. Are we going to blame the game on you? If people don't know what I'm talking about, blaming the game on him. He dropped the pass. I think it was Kobe White that was passing it to him, or Caruso was passing it to him, and he dropped the ball out of bounds. Like he had it on the tip of his finger, and he just, like, he didn't throw it out of bounds. It slipped out of his hands or something like that. You hate that call, and especially at the biggest moment of your life, the biggest moment of your life. You were trying to get closer and closer to this game. Vucevic, how did you drop the ball like that? How? Just explain to me how. You're such a tall dude right now on the Chicago Bulls, and you somehow, some way dropped that pass. Now, and you can say nobody was guarding him at that point. Oh no, he was in the trees of that. He was between, like, what, 4 or 5 players, Cleveland Cavaliers, one of his teammates. His teammate was, like, right here on the side. Like, this is Vooch, and this is another player of the Bulls. And all around him right here that you see that's opening, that's all the Cleveland Cavaliers. So you cannot tell me that Vooch did not have a perfect angle. And the rim was literally right here for him. Right here. And he was like, what, 4 feet away from it? 3 feet away from it? He could have just done a lob. Like, or just throw it up. And hopefully it goes in, a miracle. But to go out there and lose against the Donovan Mitchell Cleveland Cavaliers, it's unfathomable. Because I don't know how to explain this game. This was a crazy game yesterday. If nobody tuned into it, I recommend look at the highlights, because this game was fun. And to be honest, you know, the Cleveland Cavaliers were down most of the game. They were down most of the game. Darius Garland, Spider Mitchell were trying to do everything they can. And again, the Cleveland Cavaliers were down the whole game. And somehow, in some way, they won this game. They were up by a big margin too. They were up, what, 15 or 10, somewhere around there if I'm correct. And he go out here and lose by 3 to Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. Now, I know a lot of people have been asking me, and I'm going to ask you guys too. And I'm still thinking about where he should be. You think Donovan Mitchell should deserve an MVP shout? Because to me, I think he should. What do you guys think in the comments? I surely do that Donovan Mitchell should deserve an MVP, regardless if it's MVP shout or MVP in general. Him, Donovan Mitchell, Spider Mitchell, should deserve a MVP, because what he's doing right now for Cleveland Cavaliers and what he's doing with Darius Garland out there on the court, he surely deserves a MVP. Because again, look what he's doing. Look what kind of points he's putting up for Cleveland or at Cleveland. I'm happy that he might get MVP. I will be so happy if he gets it. But to be honest, it could be anybody right now, because everybody's putting up extraordinary numbers. They're showing up, they're showing out, and this is what I like to see from these players that I talk about and I root for. All I want to say is congrats to Cleveland Cavaliers and the Chicago Bulls. Chicago, you did everything you can, but you lost by 3. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. This was a great game. I don't know what to say. Was this great? Was this game good? Or was it the 76ers Miami? You guys comment down below. If you're asking me what was good in my opinion, I say Chicago Bulls, Cleveland. That's what I would say. You guys comment down below if you think Donovan Mitchell should deserve that MVP. Again, there's a lot of... I'm not going to sit here and say no, he doesn't deserve it. I'm not saying no. But there's a lot of great players right now on their own team performing at the best. So, we might need to think about that for Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan Mitchell, I say recommend. You do get that MVP shout. But yeah, all in all, this game was good. All right, let's move on to this game here. What the heck just happened in this game? What the heck happened in this game? You remember like a few days ago, these two played? Or a few months ago, these two played. I don't know what it was, few months ago, few days ago, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. I go for Pacers. They lose. I go for Toronto. They lose. The NBA is a bag of candy sometimes, in my opinion. If people don't know what I'm talking about, a bag of candy, and you never know what you're going to get, it's a surprise. Because you love the NBA so much. And the team that you root for, they go out here and try to win, but they lose by 2, or they lose by a nasty margin. They catch up and they lose. Now, I didn't see this game, didn't see the highlight of this game, didn't want to, did not care about it, did not need to. The Pacers, you guys are so annoying. Like, you guys are annoying. The fan base is out, the Pacers fans out there, you guys are fun. You guys trying to make everything you can. But the players are just annoying. And if people don't know what I'm talking about, of them being annoying, I went for you guys last time against this former team. I went for you, and you somehow and some way lose. I think the Pacers are trolling me. I think the Pacers are watching my channel when they're not even recognizing it. They went out here and lost. I went for Toronto, and I saw Toronto doing good. Okay, Toronto's doing good. All right. I'm surprised this game didn't go to overtime because they were doing good. They surely had to go to overtime, right? No. They did not go to overtime. Look at the top right corner. They did not go to OT. You don't see OT right there. Now, am I mad about this game? No, I'm not mad. I'm just frustrated because the Pacers. If I went for the Pacers, let's just go back to yesterday. Okay? If I went for the Pacers, do you think the Pacers would have won this game? Answer me that. If we went back to yesterday morning, do you think the Pacers would have won this game if I chose Pacers? Absolutely not. It would have been Toronto. I'm telling you, these Pacers are trying to literally play with me. Stop. Don't do this. This is why I would never talk about Tyrese Haliburton ever again. This is why this man would never, ever, ever in NBA history be close to an NBA championship or an MVP shout. He is not a good player. I don't care what Pacers fans say. I don't care what the media says about him. I'm still going to be talking about the way I feel about him. Now, Toronto, on the other hand, they might as well just pack it up and end their season. They're not going nowhere with Emmanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett. They can surely look for next year. But yeah, unfortunately, I did lose this game. I'm disappointed. Toronto, you pissed me off. You should have at least went to overtime. I don't care if you lost in overtime. You could have at least got to overtime. You could have literally got to overtime. You don't have to win an OT. You can lose an OT, and I can sit here and say, okay, at least they tried. They went to OT and they tried. No, you didn't even touch. You didn't even feel like to go to overtime. This game here was so crazy. And I know what people are gonna say. You didn't see the game. You didn't see the highlights, so you can't say nothing about it. I don't need to see the game. I can see the highlights. Look at the score. I can tell this was a competitive game. 125 to 127. I know this game was competitive. You can tell by the score. You know that, right? You don't have to you don't have to watch the game. Man, the Pacers, you pissed me off so much. I don't know why. All right. Let's talk about this game here. I did not see this game, did not see the highlights, didn't want to, did not need to. The Pelicans, they beat the Washington Wizards. Again, I didn't see the game, didn't see the highlights, did not want to, did not need to because I was watching some other games. What do I say about this game? I don't know. Zion Williamson, I'm guessing, went off. I don't know. CJ, BI, any of them, one of them. The Pelicans put up 133 to 126. I'm even surprised they gave Wizards 126. I want to say this loud and clear to Pelicans fans or just in general NBA fans. The Pelicans go out here and they win or lose. You never know what the case may be. Zion Williamson and B.I., Brandon Ingram, and C.J. McCollum, they are great players on the court. Just a few weeks ago, they played against the Los Angeles Lakers. They lose to them. Then a few days ago, just a few weeks ago, longer away, they played against the LA Flippers, and they beat them. Now, I know that was a back-to-back, I'm guessing. And they go out here, and we're way far away from the Flippers to Los Angeles Lakers, okay? And we're all the way at the Wizards. And they put up this amount of points, and they gave the Wizards this kind of points. I thought the Wizards were going to be, at least around 100. I did not expect 126 from them. Probably this game would have went to overtime if the Pelicans, did not show up and show out. But Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and CJ McCollum. I don't know what to say about you guys because you guys need to go out here and you guys need to do amazing. And I'm not going to sit here and say you didn't do amazing in this game. You got the dub, okay? That could be the better part. All right, understandable. But I need to see more aggressive from this team. And I know they're giving everything they have for their fan bases and everybody. But to give the Wizards 126 is kind of suspicious. Because this is the kind of team that does not put up 126 on the scoreboard. You guys can go and look at their other games. Now, you could tell me in the comments, you can say they did put up 126 before against another great team or another great terrible team or another great team. But the Pelicans, I don't know. But all in all, hey, at least the Pelicans got the win. That's all I'm going to say. I'm happy, but I wish they did better. All right, let's talk about this game. Dillon Brooks playing against his former team. The Grizzlies won. Did not see the game. Didn't see the highlights. Didn't want to. Didn't need to. I don't know. I didn't see it. Again, I don't want to. Did not care about it. Dillon Brooks played against his former team. The Rockets were down most of this game, by the way. The Grizzlies were up. I don't know how they were up, but they were up. Was this a boring game to watch? I'm being honest. Was this a boring game to watch? If you had to ask me what was a boring game to watch, I would probably say this one. I have nothing to say on this game. I don't want to, even if I had to say something. I didn't care about it, so we're just gonna move on. But hey, man, the Grizzlies got the dub, but they're not going nowhere. All right, let's talk about this game here. San Antonio Spurs versus Dallas Mavericks. This game here is for Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was going off in this game. I did not see this game. Didn't want to. Didn't need to. You know what I will say though is I'm happy the Spurs lost because we all know that when the Spurs lose, everyone's happy. Just keep that right now. The Spurs were not going to win this game. And I was watching the highlight of this game when I was watching another game. I don't know if I was right, though. The Spurs were up. I don't know how. I think the score was, 36-49, if I'm correct. And at that point, I thought the Spurs were up, but I guess I was looking at it wrong. The Dallas Mavericks physically went out here and put up 126. Now, this is no mean necessary a blowout. You could say this is a blowout for you guys, but this is not a blowout. I don't care what anybody says. This game, I wish I tuned into this game, to be honest. I wish I saw Kyrie and Luka. I did not see any of them. You're playing against a sorry Spurs franchise team. You're playing against one of the players that's never going to ever be a good player, Victor. So to go out here and put up these kind of points, I'm not mad. I don't care, because you should have literally went out here and blew them out, just like the Boston Celtics did to the Brooklyn Nets earlier yesterday, or earlier in the highlights. Now I know what people are going to say. You can't blow out the Spurs because Victor. That doesn't mean anything. Victor's one person. But yeah, I'm glad Kyrie went off, as usual. And Luka, he tried to do his best. But if I had to say this game here, would have to be Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, show it up and show it out. So yeah, this game here, glad they got the dub. All right, let's talk about this game here. The Chicken McNuggets came off of back-to-back. I mean, to be honest, are we all surprised? I mean, I went for the Chicken McNuggets. I did not expect the Sacramento Kings to go out here and win this game. Now, I know they lost their back-to-back. I know they lost their game on Thursday. Or Wednesday. And they lost. And to be honest, they were like, you know what? We're going to play against another great team. Let's might as well just go out here and win this game. And they did that. I didn't see the game, didn't see the highlights, didn't want to, didn't need to. I'm guessing maybe De'Aaron Fox, maybe Domantas Sabonis, Malik Monk showed up and showed out. One thing I want to say about I've been wanting to say this, but I keep forgetting. Domantas Sabonis always gets himself into foul trouble. Every time we're always in the third, this man always has 4 fouls, 5 fouls, sometimes 3. Domantas Sabonis, please stop. Fix your fouling calls, man. Like, you keep fouling every single time. And to me, sometimes I think Domantas Sabonis, I'm not going to say he probably does it intentional, but I think he just does it. I think he just does it out of frustration. That's what I say. Maybe, again, I could be right, I could be wrong. But all in all, this game here was good. I wish I went for Sacramento. I wish I chose my prediction after. But Sacramento, they did the job. They beat them. You see what I mean? Regardless if Nikola Jokic played in this game or Jamal Murray played in this game, that's what the Lakers need to do. They need to go out here and beat these Chicken McNuggets. Regardless if Nikola played on the floor or not, or Jamal Murray, or Caldwell Pope, or any Chicken McNuggets player, they need to go out here and show up and show out. Okay? Sacramento, they got the dub. I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm happy about this loss, to be honest. I went for the Chicken McNuggets. I'm happy I lost this game. I'm not even going to lie with you guys. You might say no one's happy of losing a game. Oh, I am. Sometimes I'm happy of losing games. And sometimes I'm pissed about losing some games. So, yeah. All in all, great game, Sacramento. all I want to say. All right. This game here, Phoenix Suns versus the Detroit Pistons. I don't know if it was true, but I heard that Isaiah Stewart punched somebody in the game before the game even started. I don't know how that the case. I don't know how the case can be like that. And also, speaking of Isaiah Stewart, I don't know if it's true. Also, this guy got arrested last night. Do you want to put the case of Isaiah Stewart as a dirty player in the same talks of Draymond Green?
Thank you.
I don't want to, say that, but to be the case is, I want to put it out there again of Isaiah Stewart being in the talks of being the dirtiest player, just like Draymond. I want to say this loud and clear. How in the heck, if it is true or not, again, how in the heck Isaiah Stewart punches a Phoenix Suns player in the face? Now, I know people might say, what was the case may be? I don't even know what the case is may be. I just heard it, and I looked at it, and I did not even expect Isaiah Stewart to do that. And after that, I don't know if I don't think he played in the game. He got arrested. Now, what in the heck would you get arrested for? I'm not going to get into that topic, but I just read it, and I was like, Isaiah Stewart got arrested? No way. Oh, is it because of the punch? If that's the truth, then okay. But if it's something else, then I don't know. Okay? So, yeah. But all in all, this game here, Kevin Durant, goes off as usual. Devin Booker, as usual, put up his normal points, like what was it, like 7 points? 9 points, something like that. Again, I didn't see this game, didn't want to, did not need to. Hey! The Detroit Pistons put up 100 points. I forgot, when they played against the Los Angeles Lakers, how many points did they put up? I don't know. I'll look at it and I'll talk about it next time. But, hey. The Detroit Pistons came off of a back-to-back. The Phoenix Suns did not go off a back-to-back, right? If I'm correct. The Phoenix Suns should have handily, physically went into this game and win this by a blowout. But I guess we're not going to talk about that. We're just going to leave it as is. Kevin Durant, you know what you did. Amazing. You keep on doing MVP things. Do I think Kevin Durant should be in the talks of MVP? We all know that I'm a huge Kevin Durant fan. We all know that I'm a huge KD fan. All right. But should I think he should be in the MVP talks? No. And I know what people are going to say. Why don't you put him in the MVP talks? Are you crazy? You're not a basketball fan if you say that. What do I see from Kevin Durant this season? The only thing I see from him is, except for this season, hopping from one team to another. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm a fan of him when he does that. I don't like when he does that. When he joined the Brooklyn Nets, I was like, okay, all right, we got a shot. Then he went from the Brooklyn Nets to the Warriors. I was like, no, you can't be serious. Are you serious? Now, I'm not going to say it in order of him hopping from one team to another, but when he was on the Warriors, I was like, no, this cannot be true. I don't want him to be on the Warriors. And if people were asking, were you happy when he joined the Warriors? No. Because that was an unstoppable season team. The Warriors were an unstoppable year with Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and a bunch of other players. And I'm guessing Jordan Poole too. But other than that, no, I wasn't happy. And then he decides to bring his talent to the Phoenix Suns. Am I even happier? If that's even a word? I mean, with Devin Booker? No. I don't want him with the Phoenix Suns. If he somehow in some way brings a championship to Phoenix, I'll be happy. But he's not going to bring it. I'm saying that now. Now, we don't know what round he's going to get knocked out at. Maybe round 1, maybe round 2, maybe round 3, but we don't know what round. My guess, I think he's going to get knocked out second round. That's my guess. And speaking of players like Devin Booker, you have this player named Bradley the Bum Beal, the man that can never stay healthy. You want to give him an award for worst injuries? Give it to him. Most injuries? Give it to him. It could be him, AD, Joel Embiid. Ton of other players out there too. Not getting on top of my head though. But yes, I'm disappointed when he joined the Phoenix Suns. I need him to go to another team that's actually, not talked about, and then actually bring a. If he goes to Sacramento Kings, I'll be happy. But we gotta wait and see what this man goes to, because he likes to be traded. I'm a fan of him, but I'm not a fan of him when he gets traded, or when he hops from one team to another. Okay, so I just want to point that out to people. But yeah. All right. The game I've been talking about. The game I've been waiting to talk about. The Lakers finally won a back-to-back this season. They beat the Detroit Pistons, and they beat the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I said to everybody, well, not to everybody, I was telling it to all my friends. I said, if the Lakers do not win this back-to-back, they're never, ever going to win a back-to-back this season. And AD went off. Rui went off. D'Lo went off. But you know what man that went off in this game that no one's talking about? His name is Rui Hachimura. This man physically went out there and beat the Utah Jazz by himself. Now, I never give those kind of players a shout out, like the backup players. But this man physically went out there and did what he had to do. Anthony Davis, I saw what they did. AD did that amazing dunk. Now, am I the only one? Or no? Was the scoreboard kind of off in the fourth quarter? Because how many threes did the Lakers shoot? Was it 3 or 2? You got one from D'Lo, you got one from AD, and you got one from Rui. And you got one from Austin Reeves. But apparently they did not call that a 3 from Austin. They called that a 2. Which I did see that actually. I saw that. He was inside the 2 points, so yeah. But the one that really got me curious was the Rui one was from they called that a 2 instead of a 3. The AD one, that was a 3, not a 2. They changed it from a 2, or they changed it from a 3 to a 2. Same as the AD one. They were changing the scoreboard. So originally, the Lakers would have 132 on the scoreboard. Well, not 132, but they'll be in the 130 range. Because they shot threes lights out, left and right. The only one that I would not say that was a 3 was the Austin Reeves one. The Lakers scoreboard was kind of funky last night. I don't know if anybody was paying attention to it. So originally the Lakers shot 2 threes. 2. Okay? Well, not 2, mainly 3. Sorry, it was 3. They mainly shot 3. One from AD, one from Rui, and one from D'Lo. They didn't count the one from Austin. That was a 2. But originally, they were supposed to be in the 130 range. I don't know what happened. And plus, the NBA app, I don't know if it was me, but the NBA app was buggy last night. Like, really buggy. Apparently, they said the Laker game was still going on when the game was actually over. I don't know if that happened to anybody else. Comment down below. To me, it was kind of suspicious of that happening. But again, man, the Lakers got this an amazing win last night. Not 1, but 2. And the best part is, Lakers are going into the All-Star break. I love that. Lakers got to win. So that's they're sitting perfectly where they are right now in 9th in Western Conference. I was about to say Eastern Conference. Western Conference. You got to love it, man. But this game here has to go to Rui Hachimura, man. Rui, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing amazing out there. I love what you did. You cannot be stopped, man. You cannot be stopped in this game. Now, I know what people are going to say. There was other players that did good too. But Rui had, 36 points, 38 points if I'm correct? And he physically went out there and won this game for the Los Angeles Lakers. I loved it. It was great. Lakers, congrats. Go out there on the All-Star break. AD and the Crybaby have to go to Indiana for the All-Star games. So, the rest of the Lakers are going to have a rest until they play their next opponent. So, yeah. Other than that, this game was good. Utah, on the other hand, I don't know what's going on with Utah. I did say that the Utah season was good. You know, the funny part was, and this is when you guys can go back to the very first video that I was talking about, like day one video. I was scared of the Utah Jazz because they were literally in first place in the Western Conference. And then somehow, in some way, they tied up against the Lakers. And then they kept on beating the Lakers. And I was like to myself, I was like, there's no way the Lakers can compete with this team right here. And then look at look at that day one video and then come to now, like towards the half of the season. Look where the Utah Jazz are sitting. I'm not scared of Utah no more. To be honest, the team that I should be scared of is probably like the, Rockets or the Golden State Warriors. But other than that, I'm not scared of the Jazz no more, bro. Jordan Clarkson can't do nothing. But hey, Utah's a pretty good team. I'm not going to sit here and bash you guys because you guys went through a lot of seasons with your horrible players. But yeah. But other than that, I'm happy the Lakers got a win in Utah because you know how the Lakers are on the road. Spoiler alert, they're terrible. But yeah, I'm happy the Lakers got a win in this one. AD, you did good. D'Lo, you did good. Austin, you did good. But Rui Hachimura got this game. I'm sorry, Rui. Shout out to you. Amazing. Okay, let's move on to this last game here. You never amaze me in the NBA. Gotta love the NBA. Now, I watched this game, sadly. Not all the way through, though. Not all the way through. Golden State Warriors. You guys were up 44-59. You were up by 15. Okay? Don't quote me on that, on the math thing. But yeah. You were up 44-59. No Kawhi Leonard. PG-13 got subbed out. Well, not subbed out. He got fouled out. Draymond Green, getting mad. As usual. But I'm kind of disappointed that the Warriors went out here and lost this kind of game. 125-130. But I want to say this loud and clear. That was a foul by number 44 on the Flippers. He intentionally threw a Warriors player to the ground. I don't know how he didn't get kicked out. When I saw that, I got pissed. I asked my friend too. I was like, "Yo, do you think that's allowed in the NBA? If I'm correct?" He's like, "No, he threw him to the ground." And the coach for the Flippers got kicked out because of a second technical. But I want to say this loud and clear. The Flippers should have lost this game. Now, I don't know what happened to this game. I didn't watch the game fully, but the refs had to do something in this game. Hands down, the refs had to do something in this game. Because they should have threw that player out of the game for throwing a Warriors player to the ground. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, I think he's number 44, if I'm correct, and he threw a number 2 player down to the ground. But he should have been ejected. He should have automatically been ejected. It should have not been no talked about it. He should have been kicked out the game because the Warriors go out here and lose this game. The Warriors should have been cruising to a W last night. I don't know what happened in this game. But I will say though, the refs had to do something to this game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and point the finger and say it was their fault. I don't know if it's the Warriors that messed up in this game or the refs. Because again, PG-13, one of the worst players in the NBA that's washed, he got fouled out of this game. No Kawhi Leonard in this game. Okay? No Kawhi Leonard. So you cannot tell me that Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green lost this game. I can't see it. No way. And they had no superstars on the floor for the Flippers. The only player they had was Russell Westbrook, which, again, I'm happy he missed all those shots. And the honey bun, James Harden, which this man can't even shoot a three properly unless he gets fouled. It just amazes me how these Warriors go out here and lose. They were doing so good. They were on a 6-game, 5-game, 9 winning streak, and somehow in some way they crash it down against these Los Angeles Clippers. But I want to say this loud and clear. Flipper fans, don't get worried, because you guys are going to get knocked out first round, and we all know that the honey bun's not reliable in the playoffs. So yeah, and we're going to see where the Warriors sit. Right now, they're not looking so good. They lost this game. It's not pretty for them. So yeah, it's hard to be a Warriors fan at this point if you keep losing games like this and left and right. But guys, that is my NBA recap. Predictions. I'm going to give you guys my NBA predictions for today. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what your guys' favorite team is, and tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA championship home. And again, whoever does subscribe to me in the future, please and thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's what makes me keep up the momentum of making these videos. And plus, I'm a huge fan of the NBA, and the NFL. So I love making these videos, and again, please and thank you guys if you guys do subscribe. So some of these teams are coming off a back-to-back. I think it's the Grizzlies, Warriors, and the Jazz. The Bucks versus Grizzlies. I'm gonna go. I'm going with the Bucks. Do I think the Bucks are going to go out here and win the game? I hope they do. I really do think they will. But you never know what's going to happen to them. They could go out here and win by 14, or they can go out here and lose by 14. I got Damian Lillard, Giannis, and the Bucks team. Hopefully they go out here and beat the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, they beat the Rockets because the Rockets are not going nowhere. But other than that, so please, Warriors, go out here, show up and show out. I got the Bucks winning this game. Bucks. All right, Warriors, Jazz. The Jazz and the Warriors are coming off back-to-back. They are going to be doing a win, hopefully. I'm going to be going for the Golden State Warriors in this game. If the Warriors somehow in some way lose this game, that is not good. That is not good. I'm going to be taking, of course, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Warriors, you better go out here, show up and show out. The Jazz, they had a back-to-back, same as you guys, Warrior fans. But if the Warriors don't win this game, then I don't know what to say. But again, the Jazz are not going nowhere. Maybe the Warriors will go somewhere. But yeah, I got the Golden State Warriors winning this game. Hopefully it's a blowout for the Warriors. All right. Minnesota Timberwolves, Portland Trailblazers. Of course, I'm going to be taking Minnesota Timberwolves on this one. Ant-Man, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Anthony Edwards. Do I see this as going to be a win for Minnesota? Absolutely. Do I see it's going to be a blowout? I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, I got Minnesota Timberwolves. So hopefully, I will not be trying to tune into this last few games. The only game I'll probably tune into is probably the Bucks and the Warriors. I probably won't be tuning into the Timberwolves game. But yeah, guys, I got Minnesota for all those games. But guys, that is the NBA recap. You guys comment down below what teams you think will win. We only got 3 games. 1, 2, 3. You guys tell me what teams you think are going to win today. Really quick before I do end the video. These are the last game until All-Stars. I will not be making a video until probably the next game of the NBA. But guys, that is it from me. You guys comment down below of what teams you think are going to win and tell me what teams you think are going to lose. But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Again, I will not be making a video till All-Stars is done. You guys tell me if you guys are going to be watching it or tuning into it. You guys tell me, is it fun for you guys, or is it just entertaining, or is it just boring? But until then, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing.